Hey, good morning everyone, and greetings from Canada. Today I'm checking out the Vancouver Aquarium. Always love checking out a zoo or an aquarium whenever I visit a town, and I'm excited to see all the animals they have to offer. And I have made it inside the aquarium. It was $48 Canadian to get in. The entry area I think is pretty neat. You've got two different fish enclosures on either side, and then you enter into what is a very much feels like a Circle Vision 360 movie at Walt Disney World, all with otters, so that gets a big plus for me. And the giant otter in the middle, and then some of the various areas you can go to. Up first, let's go visit the BC Wild Coast, which looks like it's outdoors. Looks like I wandered up on them doing a little bit of a training session with some of the seals and sea lions. Oh, I love watching seals flop around on land. There's a little baby seal. Look how small it is. You can see a couple more sea lions here, just enjoying the sunshine.
Where's the penguin?
Come here, just follow up. Would you let him have?
There's also an underwater viewing area for the seals and sea lions. Let's see if we... Yep, here it goes. You can see a whole bunch of them swimming around. See a couple of smaller sea lions. They are pretty cute little guys. They have a whole bunch of small ones. Looks like 5. You know, I don't know if signs get much better than that. Penguin Point is open. And there they are. I love penguins, they're my favorite animal. They're so cool. Yeah, these are warm weather African penguins. There's another large enclosure for sea lions. They have a lot of enclosures for seals and sea lions at this aquarium. I think one's going out of the water. There we go. There's also some bleacher seating around this area. There's also underwater viewing for the larger sea lions. That's a big boy. Down for the underwater viewing, the larger one for the bigger sea lions, there's also a pretty neat enclosure for the Arctic char. Pretty interesting species of fish here in this one.
This one is a female.
Look at the otters.
No, I think they're way more playful. Yeah.
Look at them all.
Yeah, exactly. Real to sorry.
It's a pretty nice tide pool touch tank area. Next, let's head into Pacific Canada. A very, very impressive enclosure here. This is for the Pacific Canada's Strait of Georgia. Very, very big enclosure. Some good-sized fish in there as well. I also like that you can view it from the side or from above. One more look at the big enclosure. Definitely one you can spend some time watching all the fish. Very pretty enclosure for the Pacific sea nettles. Possibly the prettiest species of jellyfish. Also, the lighting in this enclosure is done very well. I always find them mesmerizing to watch. Let's go see the marine life of the tropics. Starting with all these colorful ones. The first enclosure in this section is for the animals of tropic New Guinea. Heading into the Amazon Gallery, which is part of the tropics. This is the much feared red belly piranha.
because it nibbles fins a lot.
Squeaky door aside, it's a pretty neat looking fish. Looks like we head into like an aviary next. Crawl around, you can see a pretty cool looking tortoise. Very vibrantly covered scarlet ibis. There's also a ray floating by. Fantastic pose for the green iguana. There's a couple of Goldie's monkeys. Under the water there, you can see the back end of a green anaconda. I don't know where it ends. It is just up over there. So not going to be able to see it real well, but there's a sloth all the way up there in the tree. This enclosure here is home to a caiman. Not the easiest thing to see with it being dark, but there's a bunch of fruit bats flying around. That's something. This enclosure is for all species that can be found in the Amazon River. See a big ray down there. This guy's swimming by is very large. Looks like a silver arowana as well. Lots of teeny tiny and very bright fish here from South America. These are fish from India. And then right next to it, the Congo River in Africa. And another awesome jellyfish tank. This one's really big. And you know what was coming at some point in an aquarium? It is the Finding Nemo tank. There's a couple of smaller species of sharks in this one. And the lionfish. Swimming right above me, that's a black-tip reef shark. In a pretty good sized enclosure. Whoa, something spooked those guys. Up next, the treasures of the BC coast. This enclosure is for fish that can be found in Long Beach. I like watching the crabs. Oh, there's so many more crabs over here. There's so many of them. These are the fish of the Barkley Sound, most notably the rockfish. The sea creatures of Bella Bella. There are some very vibrant colors in this one. The giant plum-nose anemone looks like something straight out of Dr. Seuss. Some different shrimps and prawns in this one. Oh man, the giant Pacific octopus is up and moving around. Just an awesome animal.
Sticking to the glass. Look how small they get.
Wow, that's a big one too.
Look at that one.
Hard to follow up the giant Pacific octopus, but here's the sea kelp inlet. Very colorful starfish. Lots of kelp here in the Burnberry Narrows. Really fun tank for all these moon jellies. It's one of those enclosures you can walk all the way around. And another species of jellyfish. Another one that's very, very pretty. They have a lot of jellyfish at this aquarium. This is the Japanese sea nettle. Swimming on past is the fabled electric eel. That's a big electric eel. It's actually bigger than most of the ones I've seen before. So I think the enclosure is pretty inventive. Another enclosure you can walk all the way around. It's also a pretty good size. There is a 4D theater. I believe it's included with the cost of admission to the aquarium. It runs about every half an hour or so, and they're showing Shark, which I've seen before. Pretty cool movie. And you know, it's a 4D movie, so it only is like 15 minutes or so. Frogs forever. And the first frog in the exhibit is the golden poison dart frog. You can see an eel over there. All three of these guys are in a pretty cool pose. This is the northern leopard frog. This exhibit does have a ton of frogs. They live underwater here. This is the Titicaca water frog. And it's not all frogs down here. You can see a pair of axolotls. It's a very interesting idea for an exhibit. This one's called Nature's Ninjas, and it's the defenses of the animal kingdom. Not the easiest to see with the glare, but the Linneman's two-toed sloth here uses its slowness as a form of stealth. You can see two African pygmy hedgehogs. Obviously, these guys will use those spikes as a defense mechanism. The Cuban false chameleon uses camouflage. A savanna monitor is posing nicely. I couldn't find a sign of what his defense was. Like it is lunchtime for the Euromastics. Look at his little mouth. This creature is a blue-tongued skink. And like all attractions, it has to exit through the gift shop. Had a pretty fun time. I liked this aquarium quite a bit. Love seeing the octopus move around. That was awesome. I really liked all their marine mammal stuff and the penguins and seeing the otters eat. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this if you happen to be in the Vancouver area. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching. They even have a plushie of a veterinarian. That's fantastic.